imamo sada zadovoljstvo da pozovemo predstavnike univerziteta, odnosno Alijance biznis škola iz Švajcarske, Swiss Education Group, koji će predstaviti najbolje studijske opcije za business, hospitality i hotel management studije u Švajcarskoj. Dakle, ne radi se samo o jednoj biznis školi, već o 4 najprestižnije biznis škole koje su se okupile pod kapom Alijance Swiss Education Group. Nešto o tome više će nam reći predstavnik SEG-a Ivan, koji je danas sa nama. Hi Ivan, can you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon. I can hear you properly. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. And the lovely castle behind you is actually one of the schools within Swiss Education Group. Welcome to our Study Abroad Week. You're for the first time our guest here at our virtual platform. I hope you like it so far and that you like your virtual booth as well. I also invite all the students to ask the question during the Ivan's presentation. And Ivan, feel free to share your presentation whenever you feel ready, so we can start. And whenever you see me, popping up, that means that we have a new question, and then we will answer all those during your presentation.
Perfect. Thank you so much for a warm welcome. I'm really pleased to be here on the presentation and before and after the presentation to enjoy a beautiful fair. It is indeed my first time on Academy, and I'm coming from Moscow, from Russia, and I'm super excited to see an amazing online platform. So I would be really happy to share my presentation slides. And shall we wait, or would you like me to start right now, because we're still having 1 minute more before the official start?
I can see your presentation. We can wait another minute for all those who wanted to hear from you about Swiss Education Group offer, maybe, to weigh them a bit more. Currently, I will tell you just a second, we have 49 people watching us at this moment. So anyhow, whenever you feel ready to start, I will be behind the scene and helping you out with the questions.
Amazing. Well, actually it's 1 p.m. and 15 minutes. So shall we start? I'm really happy to introduce everyone who is here today on the presentation, the Alliance of 4 leading hospitality and business universities, Swiss Education Group. Today, I would be really happy to spread the word about the hospitality touch, about my own experience of a student. And actually, not that far ago, I was also there on your place. I was a student who was seeking for the opportunities to continue with a bachelor and master degree. And one day I actually appeared in the castle, which you can see on my background. And that was the start of the story of an agent of excellence. Basically, that's how one of my really great colleagues and academic of Caesarides colleges is calling all of the students. And that's how the employers are really considering them. So starting with why actually would I have considered Switzerland as a place to go? Switzerland is a really great country to live in. And basically that there are a lot of different factors which are making it to be real. And most important ones for us, for students who are really actually understanding what is going on there, it is about the economy. The economy and strong economy is really giving us an advantage of having a high quality of life, of a different and variable facilities, which are being always in a reachable position. For us, for the students, the infrastructure which in Switzerland, after I came from Moscow, it was super impressive. The superb trains, which are really capable to bring you from any spot of Switzerland to a different ones. From the castle, which you can see on the background, it took only 5 hours to come to Milano, to the shopping center. So it's really convenient for the ones who are really seeking for such opportunities for the student life. Of course, this quality of life was being proved And also Switzerland was nominated as the best country to live in for several positions for over 5 times in a row. And of course, the medical care, the infrastructure, as I have mentioned, and the multicultural environment in the country, they are all making Switzerland being super comfortable. All of the schools which actually are represented in Swiss Education Group, there are 4 of them. It's Caesar Colleges, Hotel Institute Montreal, Swiss Hotel Management School, and Culinary Arts Academy are all ranked top 10. So the Culinary Arts Academy is being the only culinary arts academy in the world, which is being ranked in top 20 actually. So not saying it's the best one, but I would actually allow you to see the video, and please let me know if it's too loud or you can hear it properly.
It has no sound, right, Ivan?
Actually, it does. I'm not sure if you can hear the sound.
No, that is why I'm asking.
Well, I'm not sure if it should have sound setting here. Just give me a second. All right, let's keep it without the sound, and
yeah.
Otherwise, we are going to lose too much time on it.
Of course. Our students also can see another video of Swiss Education Group at your booth for every single school. So maybe you can, check out more if you would like to know more about schools.
Yes, the reader is observing the general student life. It observes the campuses right now. So actually, you're going to see how Switzerland looks like from the really student's perspective.
So you told us that you were a student of SHMS, right, Ivan?
Yes, that's correct.
No.
Actually, I have graduated from SHMS with a bachelor degree and with my master degree. And I have also, as all those students from the video, passed through 3 different internships, which are also included in the program. And all of them were in Switzerland.
Yeah, I also visited all the schools of SEG, and I was amazed the first time. It really looks like, a fairy tale. The position of the school, and it is ex-Hotel Palace, am I right? The first one in Switzerland, actually. And I was asking the question, like, do you guys like one student was there, and I asked, like, do you like living in a castle? And one lady said, like, well, I feel pretty much like a princess every day. So that was a really interesting. I mean, it's super amazing view, and I think Switzerland in general is amazing country, not only to visit, but if you have the opportunity to spend some more time and even study there, it's definitely a way to go.
That's for sure. Actually, not only just Palace is a historic place. Yes, that's for sure. The first 5-star hotel, and even with elevators in Switzerland, which has a lot of history, and even the design is being remaining from the time it was built. But then all of the buildings, actually, they are having their own history, probably not as great and as huge as HMS Palace has, but they still have the mark from the history as well.
Yeah,
and the spirit of Switzerland, it's really important. Switzerland is being located already in the heart of Europe. And actually there are 5 countries which are having the similar border to Switzerland. So of course, it's really convenient to go to anywhere, and especially with the Swiss trains. The hospitality is being the major part which is being taught in Swiss Education Group. However, hospitality and business are super tight and related to each other. Never ever hospitality goes without the business. The business which is being really reviewed in each university from different perspectives of those universities. They are still being super up to date, always with experience of the ones who really worked in the industry and who understands how this business works. And the education is actually something what all the students are looking for as a start of the career. The career is something what is going to happen, and nobody actually, well, majority are not super sure about what's going on tomorrow. And in my experience of a student, I was always worried about how my future is going to happen. And all the skills which are being taught and presented by the lecturers, all of the subjects which I have passed, they really give the value for all of the spheres, not just about the hospitality. It's also about the business sphere. It's about being flexible and able to be prepared for anything. And actually, there are 6 campuses for 4 universities, and you can see all of them on the screen right now, and you have observed them on the video. There are actually on the map, you can see them better as a location. There are 4 of them located on the French-speaking part of Switzerland and 2 in a German part. There are 3 campuses on the lakeside view, and 2 of them are also located on the mountain. And Brick and Lucerne and Montreal campuses are also in the city centers. So there are multiple things to do, and not just being located on the mountain. It might not you being left out. You're having the ski resort just 5 minutes away from work. There are over 6,000 of students right now studying inside of the Swiss Education Group. And of course, the multinational environment of Switzerland is also being going together with the largest hospitality group in Switzerland. Over 110 nationalities are studying there. Of course, not of 110 are going to present in your class, but it means that you're not going to see pretty much similar nationalities around every time. Everyone is different, and that difference is making you and your experience of studying also different from each other. The reasons why to choose a Swiss Education Group as a future, there are a lot of them. Actually, of course, the schools are being top ranked, and that gives you a lot of prestige for diploma. The employers know about us, and the accreditation system may not work super well because of the countries, as they are pushing their own local education, the governmental one. But we as a private education system are trying to work with the employers directly. They actually really eager to hire our students because of who they are. They know about their skills, about their capacities, and they are trying to get more and more into their system. During the studies time, there are 2 internships for a bachelor degree and 1 internship for a master degree in any universities which are included. And those internships can happen anywhere in the world. It's a great advantage for the student to fulfill the aims, sometimes even to learn the language, and to see the difference between the different cultures. Of course, the career services of the universities are helping and giving a hand in any situation to find the position, to prepare for an interview, to give you some contacts where you can go. And then, of course, if you're having any troubles during the internship, they're also going to be in touch with you. They're going to be responsible for your internship to go smooth and safe and sound. There are some partners which you can see here on the screen, and there are, of course, really familiar brands like Accor Hotels, and there are more of different hotel groups which are presented. But not only hotel groups are being our partners, also Swiss Airlines, for example, not that hospitality related company, it's also being present. And of course, UBS, a Swiss bank, also are looking for our students. And all of the brands which you have just seen are coming to our International Recruitment Forum. We are inviting 120 representatives to come and to see and to meet our students, to have the interviews with them. And they are booking specific spaces for internships and for fixed job positions to give them to our students, to Swiss educated students. Over 1,200 interviews are happening but those ones are the scheduled ones. A lot of students are browsing around and wandering around in the fair, and factually they are getting the interviews out of the blue. They may come to the booth and they may get the interview just with a person they don't even know about. And then alumni network of the largest group is also a huge one. There are a lot of chapters allocated around the globe, and over 24,000 of employees who have graduated already are really eager to help. Myself, I know about the chat, which is in Russia, and there are over 150 active people who are chatting between each other, who are posting the job positions, recommending specific applications for the business, sharing some experiences and stories, and of course, the alumni reunions. 90% of alumni, which is an important number, have a job offer on the graduation date. And of course, I would be really happy to present you all of the universities which are the part of Swiss Education Group, and one by one to give you more opportunities to check out what might be preferable and more suitable for you. Starting with the Cesar Reeds colleges, this is the university which is trying to go with the hospitality along with the entrepreneurship. It really tries to enhance the creativity and innovativeness. The education here is, as in all of the universities, is on a super high level. And of course, the really lecturers, the guest lecturers who are coming, they are always really happy to share their own experience. That's the key point for all of the universities, which I'm going to speak later on. And what is really specific about the Cesar Reeds colleges, it's more business-oriented programs. They have the more academic view of the hospitality and entrepreneurship. And that point of view is giving a lot of advantages for the ones who are seeking for working on their own business, to start something, not necessarily hotel or restaurant. It might be a business anywhere. It might be a spa salon. It might be anything which is not even related to the hospitality. There are a lot of skills and courses which are being just taught to you to learn how to open the business. But of course, it doesn't mean that the alumni of these universities are only opening their own stuff. They are, of course, always being capable to work in the company and being perfect team members. There are master program and bachelor programs which are being present, and also a certificate and wine business management. After the graduation from bachelor and master programs, in any university of Swiss Education Groups, the students are getting 2 diplomas. One is from the university, the Swiss diploma, and another one is from the academic partner. Coming to Culinary Arts Academy, as the name actually tells you, the Culinary Arts Academy is giving a lot of opportunities for the ones who really is specialized for food to want to tie it with their future career. Of course, the talent is never just being born. Some people are really liking what they are cooking, but it's always can be enhanced. Their skills can be moderated, and really with equipment which is displayed in Culinary Arts Academy and which is over the highest standards of the world, they really can learn everything. The shared campus experience is just the story of Cesar Reeds colleges and Culinary Arts Academy, who are working together with each other. They are located in the same 3 campuses in Switzerland, in Brieg, Le Bouvray, and Lucerne. And the students are crossing between each other. It doesn't mean that the classes or campuses are being tighter. It means that the projects and the just student life is getting more vivid and more variable. The Moziman Collection was being created by the chef Antoine Moziman, who had also left a historical mark in the culinary, in the really current culinary. Antoine Moziman was the chef power for the royal family in Great Britain, and right now he has the display of his recipes, of his books, of his experiences right in the Moziman Collection, which can be already called the museum. Right now, there are 3 different pathways for bachelor degree. Is there a question?
No, I wanted to ask you, is it true that that chef organized a menu for Queen's birthday, something like that. When I was visiting the museum, they told me the chef Moziman organized that, like he was the one to pick the menu for the Queen's birthday party.
Yes, that's correct. He has the background, and of course, he's not just working for SEG. He's not working for us at all. He's a perfect person. And in my own experience, even of the student, not from the Culinary Arts Academy, we met with him in Fairmont Palace, and he saw that we are the students, and we were on excursion in Fairmont Palace, Montreal, and he started speaking about the local history, that there were some special occasions about the specific cafe, which we were. And he is super active, even he's quite old already, but his wife wasn't really happy about us taking his time, but still he's super open. And you can see also on the slide, the demo kitchen. Sometimes he comes there and do the master classes. That's why it's called the Moziman Collection.
Yeah, also I saw all the pictures of him with famous celebrities all around. That is this picture in the left corner of your presentation. So I was like amazed how many like celebrities and really famous people get in touch with him, and he prepared the menu for them. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to share this information with our students.
That's not even something to be sorry for. That's even great to share, and to share your own experience. And I can say that some of our alumni who are working right now in Moscow, there is a restaurant, White Rabbit, which is super popular and super well known. It's 13th in the world. And actually, I will tell a little bit later about it, so I'm not going to spoil the story.
Okay.
Okay, right now the bachelor degree is split to 3 different pathways where the students can choose from the very beginning. It's the Culinary Arts Academy, like a more general program, pastry and chocolate arts, more about the desserts, more about the arts of desserts, and vegetarian culinary arts, which is going to be open starting from July 2022, and is going to be the first intake of this program being oriented on the new trends of how the culinary is being operated right now. And of course, there is a master program, which is quite unique in the Swiss market, as none of our competition are actually providing it. And it's more about the academic overview of how the culinary arts are being displayed in the world. Next school, which I would be observing, is the Hostel Institute Montreal. That is the location of in the heart of Montreal, and getting the spirit of Swiss hospitality is being really mixed with a more of business. That would be one of the most business schools of our Swiss education group. And it makes the business because there are students who are making it more business, who are learning the specializations to get more business thinking. They are really getting the advantage of our partners who are working together with all of the specializations of HAM. And there are 2 different programs right now which are being available. There is a bachelor program and a master of business administration. That's a real MBA. So it really requires some experience and background before taking it. So the specializations for business bachelor degree are displayed on the slide, and each of the degrees, as I have mentioned, has a different partner, which is coming to the university and which is giving the different master classes, who are inviting to their head offices in Switzerland and giving them the excursions, giving them the insights. And from year to year, the partners might be different from each specialization. They are variable because the university wants not to get the real draft of making the professionals. They want to have the variability for the students to grow and to enhance the industries. And the last but not the least is probably my favorite, as you have may guessed, is the Swiss Hotel Hospitality Management School. I have graduated from the university with the highest focus on the hospitality. And this hospitality is being really born in Switzerland and enhanced in Switzerland. Well, of course, hospitality by the history was not born in Switzerland, probably somewhere in the similar location, but of course it goes to the ancient times. The hospitality, how we see it, how we experience it right now, it was actually being as a pioneer from hospitality industry in Switzerland. The traditions are being enhancing the programs, and of course, they are being also mixed with several other industries, so it's not going to be way too narrow. There are also the possibilities to choose the specialization for design, for wellness, for events management. And the contemporary school, as actually we've been on the presentation for SHMS itself, and the academic director said, there will be 10 people who will be telling you the definition of contemporary school, and actually there would be 10 different definitions you would hear. Actually, as I understand, the contemporary school, it's an approach how the students are being taught with up-to-date information, with all this experiential learning. As a career of SHMS is learning by doing. There are a lot of practical classes which are being taught to the students, and they can really experience what was being just on the lecture before. And of course, that really enhances the critical thinking, the analysis, thinking out of the box. Coppolas is one of the campuses which is accommodating the students. And actually, I can even see the balcony where I was living just before. It was built over 100 years ago, but the building is not old. There are a lot of different designs which are being kept and renovated, of course, up to 5-star standards for the students. And actually, I call it always all-inclusive when the students are arriving and they can stay and live in that campus. The academic portfolio of SHMS is one of the largest ones in Swiss Education Group. There is a bachelor program with 3 specializations which can be chosen. As I mentioned, it's the hospitality industry as the field, then hospitality and events management, and hospitality and design management, which was coming from the merge with IHTTI University. Then for the master programs, there is a variety of them. The postgraduate diploma prepares you for the master program in case you don't have the specific required bachelor certification. And then there are 3 different master programs which are being slightly different from each other. One of them, Master of Arts, is more focused on the academic on practical part. Master of Science is instead more academical, and the online executive MIB is actually the only online program we are offering, and it's being really placed here for already busy professionals who are working in the industry are not capable to come to Switzerland for over than 2 weeks. And actually, I wanted also to share and to include my own project, which we did in SHMS, even just on the bachelor degree on the first year, and we were opening our own restaurant. We were giving a place which is called Chateau d'Ay. It's a small village in Switzerland, which was around 40 minutes from the university. We took a train there, and then we were seeking for the place. And you can see on the image, it was actually the house which we decided is going to be of our restaurant, or it's going to be on the place of our restaurant. And we have to actually really coordinate everything. We have to create the menu, really think of the staff who are going to work for us, create the budget, which is going to work for this restaurant, and a lot of details. Even we had to understand from which side the sun is rising, so it's not going to be way too shiny for the customers whenever it's going to be the prime time for us. We came to the place, we analyzed the competition, and we decided that this restaurant La Ciel is going to be with that specific, those specifications. And everything, what we did really there was helping from not just one course, but from the mixture of real courses. It's F&B management and cost control. It was the main course which was holding it, but also 3 different others were supporting the similar creation of the restaurant. We were a group of 5 people who were doing it, and we made it successfully. So the presentation of our restaurant went super well. And it gave us a lot of really knowledge about how to analyze things. It's a critical thinking, which is really required in any subject of the life. Then the creativity and innovativeness, which you have heard probably from Cesar colleges, I picked it up and I really realized that that's exactly what we were learning. And of course, that was a real experience of opening our own restaurant. Of course, we didn't build anything, we didn't invest money, but on the paper, we made it. Coming to more to academic part, for all the universities, there are a lot of accreditations and academic accreditations. Our main partners I'm going to focus on are the Washington State University, which is giving the second certification for bachelor degree on Cesar colleges. Then the University of Derby, which is being the main partner for Culinary Arts Academy and Swiss Hotel Management School, giving both the second diploma for bachelor and master degrees, and then also preparing the certification for the master degree in Cesar colleges. And Washington State, Northwood University in Hotel Institute Montreal is the one who is working together with them on bachelor and MBA diplomas. Actually, talking about more students' life, there were a lot of variable events happening. And for example, there were even TED Talks going on in SHMS. And so, of course, not only in SHMS, but from my own experience, there was even a lady who came to our TED Talk and she said that about the uniform, we were just learning about how to dress correctly, what was the grooming standards. And then she was saying, okay, in the business etiquette, it doesn't matter which clothes you are wearing. It matters, of course, the style, but if you're wearing the similar clothes every day, it doesn't matter. The business etiquette allows it, and you should just look professional. Of course, there are some specific events which are being displayed in each university. For example, HMR Icebreaker is happening in the beginning of each term, and the students are really breaking the ice together to know each other, to get familiar with the lecturers and between each other, between the classmates. As I have just mentioned when I was speaking about the Culinary Arts Academy, there were a lot of honorable guests who are coming to Culinary Arts Academy and to other universities with the best fit, with the best lectures they can give, how the experience would fit the university and the students. And for example, Vladimir Mukhin is a distinguished chef of White Rabbit. He actually has created this restaurant, and which is really number 13th in the total. And right now there are even several trainees and one permanent worker who are working in Moscow. There are numerous workshops and masterclasses held from school to school. They really vary from how to create the wine, how to create the beer, how to really make their own sustainable soap, how to actually make some cocktails and other master classes. Even so, students are given the advantage to create their own master classes. For example, if the student knows how to sing or to dance greatly, the student can earn money on it. Is there a question I can answer?
I just wanted to say that I really love your master classes if they include making cocktails and beer. But yes, we had a question regarding how long are bachelor programs and how long master programs. So maybe Ivan, you can explain the system behind.
Yeah, sure. So the bachelor degrees in all universities, any bachelor degree lasts for 3 years. Then the master program is lasting 1 year. Actually, I wanted to say it in the really end as a summarization, but for the easier recalling of the bachelor degree, we call it a system of 3-2-1. 3 years of studying, which includes 2 certifications, a Swiss diploma and US or UK diploma, and then 1 year of experience from the internship, which is a real work experience. For master degree, it's 1 year, which also includes academic year, and the internship, which the students can either pick if they decide to, or they can use all the time for the master program dissertation.
Okay, so guys, after every year, you will receive a certain diploma certificate, And after 3 years, if you do it successfully, you will receive bachelor degree, after which you can apply and be enrolled to any master degree, not only at Swiss Education Group, but worldwide, as Ivan already mentioned previously about the degrees, accreditation, and the honors you're receiving upon graduation.
That's a perfect explanation, and that's exactly correct. All these programs are being accredited and with credits of the European system, so they are being well recognized by the other universities. For the master programs, you would have to pick pretty much similar fields, but there were also cases for the master programs being in a different field. So it doesn't really necessarily matter if you have finished the bachelor degree in hospitality that you cannot go to another field at all. And of course, I'm really happy to be here without a mask, but unfortunately, right now we are having an online fair, and Swiss Education Group has also been prepared for the COVID-19, for all the pandemic situation which is rolling around the world. And of course, the students are being also provided an option to get vaccinated, but that's really an option. We are not making it as a must-have, since, of course, it's the choice of everyone. We are not asking for it unless the Swiss government won't require all of the students to be vaccinated. So that's really up to the students, and we may help just to keep the safety and security for everyone. So, as I have actually made the summarization of all of the programs, I would be really happy to answer all of the questions if you would have still have them right now. And we may also schedule one-on-one meetings, or if you just have a brief questions, please feel free to answer them right now. I really appreciate the attention of everyone. Thank you so much for the time you had with us, and I hope to see you one day in Switzerland.
Yes, thank you, Ivan. I wanted for the end of your presentation, maybe to share your own experience. How did you come to choose Swiss Education Group and SMHS, since you're from Moscow, from Russia, and what was the best value you received out of your studies?
Yeah, sure. Actually, when I was a child, I have really traveled a lot. And that led me at one point to realize 2 years before the graduation that hospitality is something what I really want to study. In Russia, hospitality is on pretty low level. I have to admit it, even after the really understanding of the academic part of how it works, I really know that unfortunately it suffers quite a bit. But then Switzerland was the best country to study hospitality. It's not just famous for cheese and chocolate, but also for hospitality. That's how I came up for Swiss Education Group. We went to the open house, and one of my really great colleagues, who actually one day brought me to Swiss Education Group, and right now who is my manager, he said that you have to feel it with your heart when you see the university and when you experience it. Even if it is happening on the distance, if you feel that it's a place where you have to be and you have to study, that's the one. When I just came to Coppola's, when we had the presentation, I didn't even want to go to the open house to the other universities. I still made it, but I was already sure that I'm going to be in SHMS. Then what I really took from the university, I know a lot of alumni are complaining that they are not really realizing how the knowledge taken from the universities, from the schools, are going to be applied in the future life. Actually, all the subjects, all the courses are being really precise and really stick to the point of hospitality, of the future, of how they can be applied. The lecturers explain how they can be used. And from my experience, I already used a lot of knowledge, even about simple how to research things. I know how to search for the correct data, how to gather the information. Even that's not related to hospitality topic, it's still being on the spot.
Okay, so it completely met your expectations, I assume.
It made even over expectations, I would say. That I was super excited. Even I have graduated during the pandemic, not during, right before the pandemic in August 2019. I have finished my master dissertation. But unfortunately, just half a year later, everything has closed in the world and hospitality industry has suffered. But I can say that it adapted a lot. There are a lot of opportunities right now. And as soon as the COVID is going to be a part of routine, the hospitality is going to have a lot of places and a lot of opportunities for work, like real numerous ones.
What I have noticed in this period of like COVID crisis is that like people just, couldn't wait to go somewhere, to travel, to go to restaurants. After a couple of months of being locked down, we just like used every opportunity to eat outside, to feel the old life. So I think the crisis is like temporary now, but as soon as everything like comes to the end regarding COVID crisis, I think people will even more enjoy like different possibilities in hospitality industry, and of course travel more, appreciate more this opportunity than before, let's say. Ivan, thank you a lot for this lovely presentation. I was really, enjoying it because I visited all the campuses of SEG myself a couple of years ago. It was one of the open days there, and it really made a huge, impression on me, how it looks like, what students are, telling me. Everyone was really like, I felt this university. I feel here as like I'm at home. I feel other students as my family. So all of you who are like considering studies in Switzerland and at SEG, you will definitely find your place there. People will make sure, people at SEG will make sure that you feel comfortable, that you have a progress during your studies, and they will even help you out with your internships and career path afterwards. I invite you all to visit Ivan's booth. It has like in the main hall, through the flag on the right side, you can click on Swiss Education Group, and even through our expo halls. Swiss Education Group booth is in both our expo halls, so you can go check out the videos, book one-on-one with Ivan, and I hope that you will really consider studying in Switzerland, because that's really a good choice. And seeing Ivan being so great for this opportunity, I think it's a good choice for all of you. Thank you once again, and Ivan, we will see each other at the chat.
Thank you so much, and I wish everyone a great fair. Thank you so much for an opportunity to give this presentation. Okay. And I wish everyone the best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.